Hey skiers, I'm Jeff from SkiEssentials.com. Welcome back to our Top 5 Fridays ski industry news videos. Just me this week. Bob's still on vacation. I think we mentioned that last week. He'll be back next week, but in the meantime, you're just stuck with me. But it's a pretty quick week for news. So quick that I think we might even break the record for fastest Top 5 Friday video ever. We'll have to see. I won't know until I go to edit it. But yeah, every topic this week is pretty quick. There's nothing that we really need to dig into too in depth, I don't think. So to start things off, first topic of the week, weather forecasters are calling for a triple dip La Nina event, which when I first saw that term, it sounded way more exciting than it actually is. Basically, that just means that we're going to have the third straight season of a La Nina system. And if you're unfamiliar with weather patterns and that kind of stuff, basically what happens in a La Nina season is the Northwest in particular gets colder temps coming from colder temps in the Pacific, and in theory more precipitation as well. And then we get more of like a wave, which I don't really understand that as much as the fact that it's just colder and wetter in the Northwest. Now, I am not, I don't know, I don't put too much weight in these things. Weather forecasters certainly know better than I do about what's going to happen in the weather, but the last two seasons haven't been particularly great in the Northwest, despite being La Nina seasons, so I don't know if you can... I can't think of a better example of how these things aren't always 100% accurate. So I'm not going to think too much into this, but if you like this kind of stuff and you're interested in it, it is going to be the third La Nina season in a row. That doesn't tell us too much about the Northeast or what's going to happen. I'm the type of person, the type of skier that I just wait, and whatever Mother Nature delivers, I just deal with it and ski that, whether it's just an abundance of powder days or just a bunch of firm snow days. I don't know. I don't see the point in getting all worked up about what it's going to be. You just wait and then go skiing. So that's the first topic of the week. Second topic of the week, Vail Resorts has announced a limit on daily lift tickets. I'm guessing you guys have seen this already. Feels like kind of the biggest ski industry news of the week. Really two things going on here. I think it's pretty fair to say, Vail Resorts didn't specifically point out these two things, but pretty easy to extrapolate that this is what they're going for. I think if you ask them, their answer would be that the goal is to reduce crowding, and they have specifically mentioned in a few things that I've seen that they're trying to improve the guest experience. A number of people, both publications and just individuals that I've seen sharing their thoughts, have kind of put two and two together in the sense that this is kind of also a way to put more value on the Epic Pass and just further incentivize people to purchase season passes, because there will be no restriction on season pass guests. It's just daily lift ticket sales. So I'd be interested in your opinion. I feel like this is a good one to kind of put your thoughts down there in a comment. I really enjoy reading the thoughts and responses from all of you. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think this will actually improve the guest experience? I'm not sure, like how much, like what the percentage is on, say, what was the busiest day in Breckenridge or the busiest day here in Stowe last year, and then what's the percentage difference going to be on the maximum people that could be there that day? And I don't even know if you could answer that, because like they couldn't stop, say, every single Epic Pass holder in the country decided to come to Stowe, which obviously that's an extreme example, but yeah, maybe they can't even answer that question as a solid percentage difference. So I'd be interested at least in some sort of estimate. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Third topic of the week, Boy, it'll be nice when Jay Peak is in the news for something other than illegal ownership or just transactional stuff. I'm looking forward to when we can just report on, like, I don't know, like a new lift or like a change in the trail system at Jay Peak. But as you may know, Jay Peak is for sale. And the bidding war is kind of starting to heat up a little bit. So a few weeks ago, Pacific Group Resorts offered $58 million. I believe, I didn't jot this down, but I believe the resort is valued at somewhere between like 80 and 120 million. So 58 is, you know, a little bit low. Federal receiver Michael Goldberg, who's kind of in charge of this whole situation, or kind of in charge of Jay Peak in the interim, he has asked the judge overseeing the transaction to postpone finalization of the sale to allow for more offers. Goldberg also was the one who proposed an auction which would start at $58 million. I think the first bid would have to be like $1.75 million above that, and then I believe the increments were $250,000 after that first initial bid. This week he again asked for a delay because he is expecting to receive another offer. If that delay is granted, he will have until September 2nd to get the additional bid in. Then an auction would start on the 7th, which would run for 2 days with a scheduled hearing on the 9th. So, a lot going on there, but we should have some sort of resolution, or at least a clearer picture of who will be the owner of Jay Peak in the immediate future. So that'll be nice. If you're unfamiliar, Jay Peak is quite close to here, not nearly as close as Stowe, but especially from my house in particular, I can get to Jay Peak in like, I don't know, 45 minutes or something like that. So pretty close by. And yeah, excited to see what's to come for the future of Jay Peak. And then fourth topic of the week, this is a cool one. I always get this guy's name wrong in the pronunciation. I even looked up the right way to do it, and I've since forgot, of course. But Andre Bargiel is returning to Everest in his second attempt to ski it without oxygen. If you recall, he did this on K2. The videos are just jaw-dropping. I rewatched a little bit of it, and it's just so cool watching him ski. How hard he's breathing. I'm pretty sure we talked about this exact same stuff, but there's not much oxygen up there. You know, he's skiing in what they call the death zone, which I just can't imagine how hard it is to make a single turn at that elevation. But he is returning to Everest. He's literally already on his way there. Hopes to start climbing in September. So obviously we wish him the best possible luck. There is a decent amount of luck involved in these excursions, these missions. You know, weather patterns can change, all that kind of stuff. You never exactly know what the elements are going to be like. So yeah, I can't wait to kind of follow along on this journey and see what happens, and be super cool. He would be the first person to summit it and ski it without supporting oxygen. He also won't have Sherpas or anything like that. So yeah, that's the real deal. You won't find me up there. And then that's it for news topics. Now we're just on to our edits of the week, as we always have. First, we have Brat Ski 2, just a trailer from Carl Fosfed and friends. Really incredible skiing in this trailer. They're just very, very strong skiers. And then very different style, but we have Jake Majot and Brady Perrin, just 1 minute long teaser for Something in the Water. If Carl Fosfed is impressive from just a jaw-dropping how big he goes and how fast he skis perspective, these guys are incredibly impressive from their artistic and creative side, and also, you know, a very talented skier, but I would say easily some of the most artistic skiers and editors and producers in the industry. And then finally, this is a bit longer than an edit. It's 40 minutes long. Bike Town breaks down how mountain biking has transformed communities, which I think is it's a very interesting watch. You see a lot of that here in Stowe. It's become just a huge part of the community in the summer, and I feel like you can draw a lot of correlations to skiing, maybe specifically backcountry skiing and touring. The communities feel very similar. So that's it. Like I said, pretty quick week for news this week. Let's see what's happening next week. Pretty darn sure next week will be the first comparison series. We still have our snowboard test that's going to come out in the coming weeks. You're going to see a smattering of some kind of cross-country product videos over the next weeks and month. We'll try and sprinkle in some reviews throughout comparison series too. So a lot going on, super exciting. The temps are dropping here at night. I feel we've had a couple nights in the 40s recently too. Of course it's going to be like 85 on Sunday, and I'm wearing a shirt with like palm trees on it. So we still have a bit of summer left. But boy, yeah, you can start to feel at least fall in the air, and we all know what happens right after fall. So hope you guys all have a fantastic weekend, and we'll talk to you next week.